My name is Gladys Mpanza. I am actually, at the moment, I'm a solar technician. Also a master installation electrician trainee. I started actually this career at a very young age. I started being an apprentice in the ship because I was working for the Navy. Then from the ship, then I saw that because it was light current, it was not as challenging. Then I moved still in the Navy, but to a construction department whereby I was doing heavy current electrical at the construction site up until I did my electrical trade test. After doing my electrical trade test, I went for what is this installation electrician, which is the what is safety side of it, whereby I can sign off electrical work done by workers. There was a lot of challenges as I was learning as a woman, but I learned and I grew stronger into the role as well. And then at work, after becoming an installation electrician, they put me in a role to be a leader, whereby I had to lead apprentice and I had to mentor the ones that are newly electricians on site. It was hence I said to you, it was not it was not a easy role for me because it was the first time I was entering the leadership role in the men's world, also trying to learn as much as I can to equip myself. Then at work, when they started to take a solar project, they still sent me for solar course. Then that's when I did a research at Green. They said I must make a research which institution would I like to the solar course with. Then I came up across the Green Solar Academy. But at the moment, I'm doing because I'm registered with Department of Labor, I'm doing the application in the SSEGs for the companies because I'm collaborated with other solar companies. And then 2017, after working for the government, 2023, then I opened my own electrical company. Actually, it was basically based on electrical, but slash solar. The solar part, I was collaborating with other companies that are already running only solar because they needed their installation to be signed off by somebody who is NRS requires somebody who is registered with Department of Labor. Then that was where I stepped in. Then after 2022, while I was still waiting to get a role for solar at my work, something else came up whereby I saw the need of studying towards becoming a master installation electrician, whereby I can know all different kinds of electrical. And then I went to get an exposure in a hazardous place, which is Astron Energy, whereby they extremely use it's electrical, but totally different equipment and stuff that they are operating with. But then that is the requirement to become a master installation electrician in this field as well. Then after the role was done after 2 years, then I decided, okay, now it's time to come back to solar full-time home where I belong, because solar is so broad that you need each and every day you need to learn. There's so much to learn. And then I joined a company that is currently doing the 3 megawatt, but then it is domestic solar that they are busy with. And then we will be busy at the moment right now. Before I just joined this meeting, we are doing the preparation for the base system, which will be their first or big operation that they will be doing, the 3 megawatt base system. So that's, I think I didn't leave anything. I just tried to summarize, yes. The role that they position me at now is a role in I'm a solar technician supervisor on site. Then I'm leading a team of is it 8 people, whereby I divided the team into two. So I always have to be a mother. I always have to lead. I always have to play that role of stepping in where I can, not neglect them. Work that takes me away as well. Yo, it's a serious. I have to be like that. Most of the time, I call myself. I change different kind of shoes. I have to be a mom wearing shoes, my shoes, normal women. Then most of my shoes that I'm wearing is the safety boots. That's what I said. The other day they were like, "Yo, mom, you were always wearing it's like it's not you when you're wearing heels, because most of your days you're wearing safety boots." They said, "These are my work boots. These are my work boots. I can even." go to bed with these boots because I wore them most. I'm that woman that I will go on the roof with them to double check. Even if they say we're having a crisis on this, they explain on the ground, but I will just say, okay, bring my safety harness. Let me go up with the team and go see what is there to be done. But most of the time, I'll have to do that because one of the tests that we are doing, we need to do the token test at the end and tick it off as a tick list. We also need to check the continuity. Even if the guys I'm certain and I trust the team, I'm that person who would love to physically go up and do that. Then also for the COC, there's actually a lot more tests that we are doing, the PSC, the what, but that side is required for the municipality people to know that the solar system that you install it's safe to use for people and it wouldn't cause any harm. Then they would require those certain tests like PSC, the loop test, the insulation resistance test. They are just actually so many. So, doing COC, I did it so many times. When I teach people about it, I get so hyped up and I want people to participate when I ask questions because I did it most of my life actually. Oh, on my team at the moment, I always call them my babies. I found two ladies here, but previously at the site at the company that I was working with more women, whereby I also empowered them to study. I found them not studying actually, saying that the work that they are doing in the plant itself is difficult and then they get tired. Then I said, no, but then if you just take little bit by little bit, you will eventually get there. It is good when you are a woman and you empower yourself. If you have the background of education behind you, it can move you to position, it can open doors for you. But then I'm glad that I was at a space whereby I managed, I myself motivated them. I said, it is difficult. I'm here with you guys, but after days, at night, I must still sit with books. I must still sit with assignment. I must still look at this. I must still do researches as well in order for me to know. I do not know just because maybe there was somebody there that will teach me these things. I need to teach them myself. I need to do research. If I do not understand, I will go to the expert that are on site and ask, because each and every day I'm this person who's always having a question or two, even if it hasn't nothing to do with me. The engineers also knows that I'm asking them those kind of questions as well. I think we need to campaign this more because it is there's still that barrier line that men, not men, or what is this, how can I call it, whereby it is believed that it is only men who supposed to. Yes, solar is difficult. Yes, if you look at it from the distance, you look at it and like, you're lifting those panels, it's hard. And then, but then if you give in to learn more, to have more knowledge, I think if we can, if as women that are already there, campaign it more and try to make it exciting, the role exciting, so that they can see that if I can, I'm a normal woman, I'm a normal mother, I am a wife, but I'm still doing this. So it is doable, to encourage more young people that it is doable and the market is big for them. Solar is actually bigger, it's getting bigger. Looking at the ESCOM tariffs and stuff, I told myself, going forward, I told my husband, we need to work hard because on my next house, I want just solar. After coming to this site, after joining this company, I found them using the generator. But then we found out that sometimes when there isn't funds to buy fuel, then I said to them, no, guys, we are working with solar, we are in a solar industry. Can't we just, as management, write a letter and ask them to just install a small system? They can either say yes or no. Then luckily they love the idea that I came up with, and then it was then I used to call it a woman team, because me and the two girls, we did it, and we were joined by one engineer woman as well. And then I said, no, we'll ask assistance where we can with men, just to lift the panels up the roof, because we have the roof, the solars on top of the roof. The men assist us with that part and also doing the railing part. But they just gave me two guys, but it was a team that I led. It is only women only team. Normally we call it. They always said after we did the solar, and then he said, let's test this women's story. Then I said, you guys, you don't want to admit women are good. We have high voltages in solar, especially with the string, depending how many panels, whether they are connected or not. The minute the strings comes down, that's why I always tell them we take extra precautions. Myself, before I even touch any string, you see now, I'm just here at the reach of the pocket. I'm always having the ball stick with me. Before you can move any string that is a solar, That's why I learned to work with a vol stick. I will just test, even if it's just a lying wire, I will just first test it, and then I will then know that it's safe to touch it, to move it, or to do it, to work on it safely. So I'm just, at any time I will receive my red card as a MIE, because at the moment I can sign off up until only three phase. But and then yeah, as a master installation electrician, you can sign off the bigger project as well. You can sign off the hospitals, you can sign off the hazardous place, you can sign off the medium voltage, you can sign off the low voltage, you can sign off anything. That's why I wanted to get myself there, speaking to, talking to women one-on-one and tell them, encouraging them that you can do this. I came in not knowing anything. Even now, if I'm studying towards becoming a master installation electrician, solar is broad. I still have a lot to learn. I learn a lot from engineers. I learn a lot from other people that are ahead as well. So you can do it. We are all here to figure out. There's no stupid question. Come ask question. Invite more women. Encourage more women, even your sisters at home, to go for the solar, because it looks like a good career as well. It's got a lot of opportunities. It's got a lot of work. There's a lot of growth in it, because you do not. One thing about it, you do not stay as a only just a PV installer. You don't end there. It's all up to you. I want to know more. I can come to the side of the engineering, designing part of it. I can come into the part of installing part of it. Maybe then you can be utilized in many roles, because as the company, you see the weak, you can determine the strong point and the weak points of other people. Then you can see where you can shift the people accordingly. I mean, because another thing in solar, you do not know many. There's not. I think we do not have many platforms. We need to. That's why I say that we need to campaign this more, so that women can see out there that women are there doing this as well. Because every now and then you will see, even walking in the spaces, the marketplaces, you see a guy standing behind the solar panels or explaining these things. So women are afraid to come forward. If we can campaign this more women can know that we can wear heels, and we can also wear the safety boot and be the solar, not necessarily be solar technician, but you can also, there's a room space for us also in this solar industry.